has to play by the rules. You have to make a choice or be used like a tool. The devil has to play by the rules. Your choice in the matter determines what...
The Matrix of Justice, Unveiling, Jurisdictional Presumptions in Administrative Law by Bard Justice. Setting: a grand courtroom where the Chief Justice is seated at a raised podium, while the judges, citizens, and attorneys sit attentively in rows below. Day 7, the finale. Chief Justice. Ladies and gentlemen, the distinction between peace officers and policy officers is more than of a technicality. It is a safeguard of liberty, understanding their roles and jurisdictional boundaries. Empowers you to navigate interactions with confidence and clarity. Remember, the question of jurisdiction is not just legal, it is foundational. By asserting your rights and challenging presumptions, you ensure that every exercise of authority is lawful and just. Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude, allow me to share an analogy that may illuminate the nature of administrative jurisdiction. Many of you are familiar with the film The Matrix. Within that story, the agents, such as Agent Smith, are not independent entities. They are manifestations of the system, programmed to enforce its rules and suppress any challenge to its authority. This is strikingly similar to the role of policy officers. They are not acting as individuals, but as extensions of the administrative state, enforcing its statutes and regulations. Like the agents in The Matrix, they operate under the presumption that everyone they encounter is subject to the system's rules. Citizen 1. Your Honor, are you suggesting that policy officers, like Agent Smith, are part of a broader framework designed to compel compliance? Chief Justice, precisely. Just as Neo had to recognize the nature of the agents, realizing they were merely constructs of the system, you too must understand that policy officers are not independent arbiters of justice. They are listening ears for the administrative state, tasked with drawing you into their jurisdiction. Every interaction with a policy officer is an opportunity for them to solidify their authority over you. Neo's journey in the Matrix was one of understanding. He had to see the system for what it was, and avoid being ensnared by its agents. In the same way, when you encounter a policy officer, you must remain vigilant. They will often seek your compliance through implied consent, silence, or participation in regulated activities. By engaging with them without questioning their authority, you risk attaching jurisdiction to yourself. Citizen 2. Your Honor, what does it mean to attach jurisdiction in this context? Chief Justice. When you act in ways that the system interprets as consent, whether by failing to object, providing unnecessary information, or complying without question, you effectively accept their authority. This is why it is crucial to avoid playing their game. Do not react emotionally. Do not provide more information than necessary, and always question the legal basis for their actions. The moment you begin to challenge the presumptions of jurisdiction, you disrupt their narrative, much like Neo disrupted the agent's control. Judge 1. Your Honor, how can we as judges help citizens recognize when they are engaging with agents of the system? Chief Justice. As judges, your role is to ensure transparency and uphold constitutional principles. In your rulings, emphasize the importance of jurisdictional challenges and educate citizens about their rights. Frame your judgments in ways that illuminate the administrative state's reliance on implied consent and statutory presumptions. By doing so, you empower individuals to recognize the agent Smiths in their lives and resist being drawn into systems of the control without lawful authority. Chief Justice, closing analogy. The story of the Matrix reminds us that the path to freedom begins with understanding. Once Neo realized the true nature of his adversaries, he stopped fighting on their terms and started operating on his own. Similarly, when you recognize policy, officers as agents of the administrative state, you can engage with them from a place of knowledge and strength. Do not fear them, but do not accept their authority without question. By asserting your natural rights, you are, in essence, unplugging from their system. Remember, the administrative state relies on your compliance to function. When you challenge presumptions, document interactions, and insist on due process, you become a guardian of liberty. Just like Neo, you have the power to bend the rules of their system, not by breaking the law, but by upholding it. The courtroom resonates with applause as the Chief Justice steps down, leaving the audience with a powerful metaphor and a deeper understanding of their role in safeguarding freedom.
To play by the rules. Your choice in the matter determines wise from fool. The rules of the game are already set forth. And don't you get frustrated and don't you get wroth. And don't let the devil throw you off your course. He's there to be the tempter. Choose Jah at every cost. The Lord is your guide and He is your force. When the devil tries to get you in a doubtful discourse. And don't try to be wiser than the only life source. Jah created all things, so the devil's just a horse. The devil has to play by the rules. You have to make a choice or be used like a tool. The devil has to play by the rules. Your choice in the matter determines why it's